Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And it's going to be a hot one out there, Singy. Temperatures in the 90s right now around first pitch.
Yeah, Boog, some guys love this heat. They feel like there's no fear attacking the baseball. Don't have to worry about cold days and getting jammed. But I tell you what, for me, it was always about hydration because I could cramp up. And you have to make sure that you stay up on your fluids. And it's not just when the game starts. This is something that you have to do days in advance if you're someone that's prone to cramping.
It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about to get started. Our starting pitcher in this one, Eric Fetty. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure. He's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight. They start to aim the baseball. But for some reason, he gets looser. The ball comes out of his hand with more life. And he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Trey Turner, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
Man, first pitch of the day, and the zone's already tight.
That to right. Nootbaar settles under this one. Makes the catch for the out. And there's one down. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. And someone who's had success against this pitcher before, Bo Bichette.
These matchup stats can be a little deceiving sometimes. He's hitting over 400 against this starting pitcher in his career. But with that said, they faced each other a good amount of times. So this should be a fun matchup to watch play out here.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. One run batted in yesterday. Their only run of the game. First pitch doesn't find the zone. One down, base is empty. High in the air, out to right. Nootbaar on the move. Puts it away for the out. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope. Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
2 outs, runner at first. And here is Devers.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Just 1 hit in his last 5 games.
Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series.
Nope, that's
and this is inside.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
Two outs. Swing and a miss. Going to count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Judge off of first with 2 away. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And Devers hits that one, brings it in, and that'll do it. Cubs leave one. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. There's no score. You're dialed into the show. Back here in St. Louis, starting on the mound in this one, Sandy Alcantara. And this will be a tough test for him. Pitching on the road has not been that kind to his numbers.
Well, I think he's just got to trick himself mentally and put himself in a comfort level like he does at home. I know it's not the same being on the road as away from home in terms of being able to have a routine and be consistent with it, but this game is so much mental, and he's going to have to find a way to play a mind game with himself to move through this ball game and get a W.
Michael Ciani, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Alcantara, a former Cy Young Award winner, he features a sinker, a changeup, a four-seamer, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
Got him looking. 1 away. Next to hit, Mason Wynn.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And there's a strike. Here comes a pitch. And it's fouled away. One out, base is empty. Swing at a ground ball. Boots it. So up next, Alec Burleson. And a foul ball. Man at first, 1 away. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Over to Turner for 1. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. End of 1. And we're still scoreless. Back here at Busch Stadium. And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. Fetty back to work. Swinging a foul straight back. Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Gone. His 26th of the year. It's 1-0.
That cutter low and away can be a really tough pitch. You have to stay within your mechanics and trust that you can get good wood to it. Well, he did right there. Really nice swing, and he was rewarded for it.
Here's Riley Green.
He's struggled to make contact lately, averaging 2 strikeouts per game over his last 5.
And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the second. That one fouled off. And a swing and a miss down on strikes. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. And there's the strike. Fetty, not a big strikeout guy, but still very effective as far as starting pitchers go. One of those guys that involves the defense and really gets him involved in the action. And the 0-1. Headed towards the corner. And that is a foul ball.
He moves the ball around all the quadrants of the strike zone and will add and subtract velocity. And because of that, he gets the weak contact. It's all about missing the barrel of the bat.
Contreras started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, did not go. It seems like this type of guy is kind of a dying breed nowadays.
Well, exactly. When teams are looking for high velocity, high strikeout rates, a guy like this doesn't necessarily do that. So in order to really appreciate how good he is, you have to see him, because if you're just looking at a stat sheet, you might overlook him.
One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And they'll do it again. One-two to Contreras. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. On the ground to the left. Fires over to first. And Contreras is retired. 2 down, base is empty. And now Pete Crow Armstrong. Crow Armstrong was tearing up the base paths in his last game with 3 steals. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
It's a lot of fun watching him run the bases, Boog. I think opposing pitchers and catchers need to take a few extra minutes to plan out how they'll adjust when he gets on base.
That's in there.
0-2.
2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Cubs get one on the solo shot. It's an early 1-0 lead. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back in St. Louis as the Cardinals come up to hit here in the last of the second. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now up the Cardinals number 4 hitter, Jordan Walker. Misses off the inside. Ball 1. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Our plate umpire, Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, with Hendricks, Boo, kind of interesting. He's a good, consistent umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other. So it's really hard to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something with where he sets up prior to each pitch.
And now 1 and 2. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great. The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first, and not every shortstop can even make that play.
So digging in, Lars Nootbaar, 2 for 7 in the series so far. Right through there for a strike. Walker gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And that one ripped to left. Fair ball. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
First and second, no outs. Luke and Baker next up for the Cardinals. There's the strike. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Tying run in scoring position. Bottom half of inning number 2. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. It's offline, and he scores. It's 1-1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Pedro Pajes next up for the Cardinals. That one at the knees for a strike. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
0-2.
Squirts away a little bit, but no advance from the runners. First and second here, no outs. That one is absolutely belted. Gone! And they jump ahead in the second. It's 4-1. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
And now the rookie second baseman, Michael Hellman.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
And that one fouled off. Breaking ball in there, got him looking. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals. And first offering is fouled off. Still only one out here in the inning. In the air, left field. Green snags it. 2 down.
Up next, the Cardinals.
And the batter now, Michael Ciani. Led off the game with a strikeout. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0.
1-0.
Late with the swing there.
1-1.
Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
In the air, left side. Green settles under it, and that's the inning. St. Louis gets 3 on the homer. It's now 4-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. On to the third inning. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Bichette in his 7th season, 27 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2016. Strike one.
0-1. Ball, that's in.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Next one is off the plate. And the count is even 2-2. And foul ball. Here's a 2-2. Ground ball right side. Slings to first, and Bichette is retired.
Up next for the Cubs, shortstop Trey Turner.
Trey Turner now flied to right his first time. Strike on the inside corner.
That's a ball. 1-1.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. That's to third, and that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. Throw is high and over his head, and he'll pull into second safely.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. He's 0 for 1. First pitch misses. One out and a runner at second.
Hee-haw!
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Pitch is in there. Now 1-2.
Runner.
He's trying for third. Pitch outside.
Ball.
Throw to third.
Oh,
he's safe.
Wow, that's a pretty elite throwing arm right there from the catcher spot. Pretty daring for him to try to steal third right there, but he gets the bag. Maybe the element of surprise was what came in because he's not used to guys running on him, and right there, stealing third base, probably caught him off guard a little bit.
just
That's a
misses
ball.
with that one.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
One away with a runner at third. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Turner in to score. It's an RBI single, and it's now a 2-run game.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Aaron Judge at the plate. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Just
Down,
missed.
ball.
Judge waits.
Ball. That's down.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
That finds the mark on the inside corner. Tucker, the runner at first, with 1 gone in the inning. That's in there. 2-2 now.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Ground ball could be 2. Here's Wynn for 1. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Check swing, called strike. Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's down and away.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Hit weakly on the ground. Devers. Jump throw across his body. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. He hit into a double play his first time up. And he pumps it a strike. Nobody out. Runner at first. Liner, base hit. Throw into third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
All over that one right there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Jordan Walker, the next to hit, reached on an infield single his first time. Check swing, and he went. Strike one.
You know, these Cardinals doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
High fly ball, right field. Tucker makes the play. Runner tagging from third. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And they're up by 3.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
And now the right fielder, Lars Nootbaar. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
0-1.
One run across in the frame so far here in the last half of the third. The changeup missing, and now it's even 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
To the right side. There's one. The tag, and they get him at second. That's a double play. Bang, bang play, and the inning is over. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, and no one left. On to inning number 4. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Cubs 2. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Rafael Devers. Not even close there. And that is ball 1.
You know, these Cubs doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And another ball.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Handles, throws to first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Well, we talked about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Here's Stanton now. He's already homered in this game. That one misses.
That's low. That's a ball.
And that's ball 1. And that's outside. The Cardinals leading by 3. Top half of inning number 4. Next offering is in for a strike. And there's a ball.
Count.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Laser could be trouble. Around first, heading for two. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Riley Green, the next Cub to hit. And that one missing low. Stanton leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Nootbaar sizing this one up. They got it for out number 2.
Now batting, catcher Wilson Contreras.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. First pitch just misses. Just missed.
Ball. 2-0.
Next offering is downstairs. Two outs and one in scoring position. That's through there for a strike.
3-1.
Ground ball left side. Whips it to first. And Contreras is retired. And that is the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. We're midway in the fourth. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Cubs 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, Luken Baker. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
Ball.
He doubled up on the off speed
no
there.
strikes.
We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Headed towards the corner. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Now up for St. Louis, Pedro Pajes. He's already homered here in this one. swing and a fly ball well struck left field. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with one out.
Now batting, second baseman,
Michael Hellman getting ready to hit. Caught looking his first time up. And that drops in for a strike. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout. Well done behind the dish.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Victor Scott digs in now. Fly to left his first time. Outside with a breaking ball. Runner at third, 2 away. On the ground, out to short. Turner with the throw to first. Inning over. So 1 left for the Cardinals. They're still out in front 5-2. Ready now for the 5th inning. Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Pete Crow Armstrong. Fetty back to work. That's a strike. 0-1.
You know, these Cubs doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Next offering misses. Now 1-2.
1-2.
And downstairs.
Ball.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Just off the outside corner. And it's 3-2.
Full count.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one misses.
Take your base.
So a leadoff walk.
When you go that deep into it at bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
And next for the Cubs, Bo Bichette.
Leadoff man on. It's time to play a little small ball. Get some base runners. Try to dig yourself out of the hole.
That catches the top part of the zone, and it's 0-1.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Next offering is down low. Runner at first with no outs here. Here goes the runner.
Two.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. Runner goes again. On the ground to first, Baker. And he takes it himself for the out.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Turner in the box again, takes a strike. Bullpen action for the Cardinals. Kyle Leahy appears to be getting loose. Liberator, a left-hander, also throwing. One away with a runner at third, and we're at the top of the fifth. On the ground. Walker over to first in time. And they get Turner for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
Here's Kyle Tucker.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And there's a foul ball. Two outs.
Ball.
Outside with a breaking ball. Crow Armstrong at third with two away. And that's outside. And now 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Cubs 2. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. That catches the corner. Inside.
Ball.
And the count even 1-1. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score it.
Leadoff man aboard on the error, and that puts your pitcher in a little bit of a tough spot right away to start the inning. Not where you want to be. So we'll see if he's able to work around it and pick the defense up.
So a man at first. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Mason Wynn, 1 for 2. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. The shortstop takes the ball. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Glove flip for 1, and they turn the double play.
Really nice double play turn right there, and it all started with that sweet glove flip on the feed to second. You know, these middle infielders, they spend a lot of time honing that glove work, so it just becomes like second nature. I think you also have to have a really good glove that's broken in, that's not too large, so that you can have a feel for that baseball and be able to flip it like you're barehanded.
At the plate, Alec Burleson. A little bit low.
Ball.
And that's ball 1. Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. So 2 balls and no strikes.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Next offering is in for a strike. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. And now the count filled up 3-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Three, 2 now. Stays alive. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw is late, and they don't get the out. So 2 down, and up next for St. Louis, Jordan Walker. Close
That miss,
one
that's a
doesn't
ball.
get the call. 1-0.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
And another
That's a ball.
ball.
He's clearly trying to work him away here, both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Ball.
That one's in there. That's strike one. Right through there for a strike.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first.
We
A
got a
lot
full
of
count.
movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Right side.
foul
And
ball.
it goes just foul. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. So now 2
Take
on
your base. Ball
and
4.
2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner in the scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
First and second, 2 outs. Now up for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. There's the strike.
No balls. 1 strike.
Swinging a foul straight back. Back up the, that got him. The throw is still in time, and they do get the 3rd out. The inning is over. So they strand a pair. We're through 5. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Cubs 2. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Kyle Leahy.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
He got away with one
It's
there,
0-1.
but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Next pitch
Ball.
misses, and the count is 1-1.
That's a ball. That's inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Judge rips that one. And it one-hops the wall. Around first, digging for two. Relay throw to second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. It's Rafael Devers in the box. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Runner at second, nobody out. Hit hard but foul off to the left.
One and two.
In the dirt, but kept close. One and two here. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Judge stands at second with no outs. Goes down looking. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with two strikes.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. Check swing, called strike. One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. Back there, and it's gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 5-4. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you gotta love the effort and left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
And up next for Chicago, Riley Green. 0 for 2 in this one. There's a strike. Green, an all-star a season ago, 24 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2019. And that skips in the dirt. Next offering upstairs. That's a little bit low. And he walked him.
Ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Runner on at first with one gone. And the batter now, Wilson Contreras. He's grounded out a couple of times. That one found hard the other way. And that's downstairs.
No, that's down.
And it's a ball and a strike.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
The 1-1. Line drive. Come on.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
And now it's going to be Pete Crow Armstrong. He is struck out and he is walked. Fastball for a strike. Hard on the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's down to 1 at 5-4. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the 6th, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Lugan Baker. Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, Caleb Thielbar.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Fastball is outside. Movement in the Cubs bullpen, Tanner Dodson preparing to come on if needed. Next pitch is downstairs. Out towards right center field. Tucker on the move. Makes the grab, one down.
Now batting, catcher.
And now the Cardinals catcher, Pedro Pajes. And he had a big swing of the bat early on in the ball game.
Yep, a 3-run rocket back in the second. Even though it was early, a big homer like that can be tough to come back from when you're on the other end of that thing. I mean, it's tough. Sets up an uphill battle the rest of the way.
That one catches the zone. That's strike one. And that's outside. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the 6th. Next
Strike
offering
two.
is in for a strike. And that's in the dirt.
2-2.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Fought off foul. Foul ball. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Next offering
One ball,
down
two
low
strikes.
and in the dirt. Two outs. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
That one down the line, and that's
foul.
just foul. Two down, nobody on. That
2-2.
one not close, and the count is 2-2. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Ball.
Wow, this guy's really
Count is
battling
ball.
up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Outside,
That's
and that is ball
Take your
4.
base.
That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Scott
That
up for the
missed.
3rd
That's a
time
ball.
here. Watches that one miss.
One ball,
That's
no
good
strikes.
pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That one
That's inside.
misses. That's
Ball.
5 straight. Hellman leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next offering is fouled back. That pitch gets the corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one
That's a
missed.
ball.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay
Full count.
focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Michael Ciani next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 3 in this one. Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1. Two on, 2 outs. And that one fouled off. There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. 1 run is in. Now 2 runs score. It's 7-4.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies.
Put a very nice swing on that pitch right there. Got one to drive and just kept it fair down that right field line and into the corner. And it's almost impossible to track those down as an outfielder.
So runner at second, 2 down. Mason Wynn now at the plate. 1 for 3. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Misses off the inside, and it's 1-1. Runner at second, 2 down. Next one is off the plate. And that's ball 2.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
Next offering is in for a strike. Man on second, 2 down. And down on strikes he goes. Good job and damage control right there. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 7-4 ball game. Back after this on the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Fernandez.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
So digging in, Bo Bichette has grounded out a couple of times. The Cubs in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
That's a strike. 0-1. Ball one there.
1-1.
That one in the dirt. Now 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Hooks it away for the out.
Now that shortstop, Trey Turner.
Here's Turner now. And that's in the dirt. And it's 1-0. He caught it behind his back. And that's a great play for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
2 outs, base is empty. Kyle Tucker, the next Cub to hit. That's in for a strike. Right side, hard hit. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And the Cubs are down in order, and they're on the wrong end of a 7-4 score. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Designated hitter, Alex Burleson.
And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Cards showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The numbers say their chase rate, or swings at pitches outside the zone, is under 25%, and I think it's a big reason why they're scoring runs.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
By not chasing out of the zone, they're
2
getting good pitches to hit. When you can do that, you have a much better chance to square up the baseball and do damage like they have so far.
That misses. 1-2 to count. Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jordan Walker. In there for strike 1.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Breaking ball inside. And the count 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Nootbaar in the box now. No balls and a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom of the 7th. And he takes a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Here's the 0-2. That was the sweeper, but it missed.
Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping him in striking distance.
Two outs. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Two down, nobody on. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Forget it. He sends it out of here. His second home run of the series, and they add a run. It's 8-4. That one just sounded different.
And it might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
We take another look as StatCast tells us that ball took off at 110 miles an hour.
And plenty of distance as well. I mean, that was an impressive home run, Berg. He squared it up and knew it was gone.
2 outs, nobody on. And here's the first baseman, Lucan Baker. Swings and chases a low one there.
0-1.
And that is out of play. The 0-2. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. And it's in time for the third out, so that'll end the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 8-4. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Matthew Liberator.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Here comes Aaron Judge.
Center fielder Aaron Judge.
And that's a little bit high. Ball one. Movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals. Zach Thompson, the left-hander, up and throwing. Swinging a ground ball and foul ball. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He'll circle the bases, his 38th of the year, and they cut into the lead. It's 8-5.
Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
Now it's Devers at the plate. Swings through that one.
0-1.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th. And a swing and a miss.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And ball one. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Outside low. 2-2. That's down and in.
We got a full count.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
And here is Giancarlo Stanton looking for his 3rd home run of the game.
Yeah, he blasted his 2nd of the game in the 6th inning. This guy looks like he's playing on beginner mode in this one.
Beginner mode is where it's at, Chris. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Hit hard on the ground and up the middle, base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Now batting left fielder
Riley Green, the next Cub to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
That one finds the zone, and a count 1-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
1-2's the count.
No outs. Runners at first and second. That's to third. Can't glove it cleanly. Steps on the bag for one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, things that lead to big innings other than hits or home runs are, of course, walks and errors. Free base runners, and they've been gifted with both so far this inning. And that will make any manager in the dugout just stew a little bit, and I'm sure he is right now.
Wilson Contreras, the next Cub to hit.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
And that's in there for strike one.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double. A run scores. It's a two-run game.
Well, everyone is thinking, Ed, would the runner have scored from first if the ball stayed in the park? We'll never know, but they do get a run across with a chance to do more damage in the inning.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Matthew Liberatore will depart. Two-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Jojo Romero gets the call from the pen.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
So two in scoring position with one out. So up now for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. Golden opportunity right here. On the ground to first, Baker. And he handles it himself for the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
And there's the ball.
That's
Home
a
plate
ball.
umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Green, the runner at third. Contreras at second with two gone. That one hit to right. Drops into the glove. And that's the third out. They put two on the board on 3 hits, including the home run. 1 error, but 2 are left stranded. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Cardinals 8 and the Cubs 6. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now Tanner Dodson gets the ball now.
Going to be a tough matchup for him right here. Right-handed hitters have been having a lot of success against him so far this season.
And a ground ball to first. He steps on the bag. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
So up next, Michael Hellman, a walk and a pair of strikeouts. delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
0-1.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Shortened the bunt and missed it. And the count is 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Scott in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Swing and a foul out of play. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Two outs. Got him looking. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. They lead at 8-6. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Ryan Helsley.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Trey Turner at the plate. That one missed.
That's a
That
ball.
was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
And there's a foul ball. There's a strike.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Out there to center, and it falls. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dump something in like that in front of the center fielder.
And there's a hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Critical at bat coming up, and in steps Aaron Judge.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Yeah, Judge takes a strike. With the go-ahead run at the plate here at the top of the ninth. And now the 0-1. Runners on the move. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. Say goodbye to that one. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And that's how they take the lead. It's 9-8. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Ryan Helsley won't go any further, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. New arm of the mound for the Cardinals, Zach Thompson.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Here's Rafael Devers. Swings through that one for strike one. Thompson measures 6 feet 2 inches. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a forkball, and he occasionally uses a curve. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. On the ground, Hellman sends it to first, and Devers is set down.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. That one's in there, 0-1. One down, base is empty.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Just misses. And the count is 1-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That's off the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Green stands in now and watches strike 1. Left field, way back there. That one's deep. Grabs it right up against the wall. So the Cubs get 3 on this blast. It's down to 1 here at 9-8. So bottom of the 9th, and here's new arm out of the bullpen, Porter Hodge.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Swings over the top of that one.
No balls, 1 strike.
Swings through that.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
That one missing inside.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Next offering way upstairs.
All right, so in this at bat, he's seen a couple of off-speed pitches, now back-to-back fastballs. In this count, you definitely got to stay back. Make sure you don't get out in front and be prepared to shorten up and hit the ball the other way.
Got him! Now 1 away.
You know, splitters aren't thrown by a ton of pitchers, and one of the main reasons is that they're difficult to control. And not many guys can spot them consistently where they want to, but he's one of those exceptions. He's found a way to corral a split, and he can place it on a dime just like he did right there.
Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field, and that puts the tying run on base.
Just a clutch at bat right there. Big time swing when this team really needed it. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to. get him into motion.
Now here is Alec Burleson.
No, that
just missed.
1 ball, no strikes.
Pickoff throw. Win back easily. Misses off the plate, and it's 2-0. Chris,
2-0.
with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Runner on the go. Pitch is low. Contreras throws. Not in time. It's a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
A 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Swung on, belted. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double. As a run scores.
They pressure-packed at bat, and it played out exactly how you would draw it up as a hitter. Working yourself ahead in the count, putting yourself in a position to deliver for your team, and just like that, this game is all tied up.
Here's the third baseman, Jordan Walker. A little bit low.
That's down.
One away, the winning run at second. And it's even up.
1-1.
The winning run on second base. On the ground to third. Devers throws out to first. 2 away. Now it's the right fielder, Lars Nootbaar. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
He gets the intentional walk here, and now a force at any base with 2 gone. First and second, 2 outs. Lugan Baker next up for the Cardinals. Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Here comes the closer here in the 9th, Mason Miller.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
First offering misses badly for ball one. Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. And that misses. Now 2-0.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Trying to send this to extra innings. That one misses, and that's ball three. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
Two on, two outs. And they're all loaded up.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Ivan Herrera.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boog. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
In there, and it's 0-1. That crosses the plate, and now they're just one strike away from getting out of this mess. Winning run at third, 2 down. That misses, and that's ball one.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
So they're all loaded up. In there, sets him down on strikes. That's the third out, and we'll play extra innings in this one. But a big turn of events here in the ninth as we are again all knotted up. And we are tied 9-9. Back here in St. Louis, new inning getting started. Now the Cubs catcher, Wilson Contreras.
Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom of the ninth. So here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button, try to get some more runs, and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
Ripped on the ground to second. Tosses to first. One away in the top half of the 10th.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a hit, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat, especially when you're playing extra innings.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit.
1-0.
It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball one. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Squeezes it. Runner tags from third. He'll score on the sac fly, and they lead it in the 10th.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Bichette in the box now as he leaves that one up high.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sack fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
Next offering is fouled back. Two down, nobody on.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, shortstop,
Trey Turner with a chance now. And that one upstairs, ball one. Bichette, the runner at first with two gone. Next offering is in for a strike. The shortstop takes the ball.
2-1. That's the ball.
Kyle Tucker waiting to hit for the Cubs. Turner awaiting a 3-1. And ball four to aboard.
Take your base.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Now here is Kyle Tucker. Just missed.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. And the count 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Traffic on the bases with one already in. And here in extra innings. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Two men left stranded, but they do push across one. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom of inning number 10. It's the Cubbies 10 and the Cardinals 9. Back here in St. Louis, now it's the second baseman, Michael Hellman. Miller back to work. That one off the mark. Ball one.
In today's game, outs are valuable, so guys aren't just willing to give themselves up to advance a runner. They're trying to drive him in as well in the process. So I don't expect him to shorten up and just try to hit behind the runner here.
So the tying run at second and fouled off. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. And there's one away. So now a pinch hitter for the Cardinals, Brendan Donovan. He gets a chance with a runner in scoring position and one gone. That clips the corner. With the winning run at the plate here in extra innings. Down the line, and it's foul.
He's fallen behind in a huge spot, Boog. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
Hit in the air left field. Green has this one sized up. He's got it, and there's two away. So it's their last chance in this one. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Michael Ciani. Outside, and that is ball one.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched.
1-1.
They're down to their final strike.
1-2.
The Cards down to their final strike. Way high.
2-2.
Hit to right, and that ought to do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs strand the tying run on base to win it.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras into 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.
In a one-run game as this one ends 10-9. And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding